And we're back with some more Space Haven. And I know I should be at X4, but it's just, I need to get more done here. And the ship has just grown and grown and grown. It looks beautiful. We have rejigged this to be our main crew cabin now. We have restricted everyone to a single bedroom. Everyone gets their own little single bed. This works out really great. There's a thing where if people walk through the bedrooms of people who are sleeping, it can disturb them. But since everyone goes in at the same time on the same schedule, so long as it's within the first hour, it seems, of them going to sleep, so we're having no disturbances of the sleep. They're just getting perfect sleep. And the reason we've done it this way is you can't place the doors anywhere else. I tried for ages to come up with a better method. I just couldn't figure it out. The reason being is if you try and do a door like this that overlaps with the bed, the bed won't allow it. So you can't have anything touching the bed. And I'm not putting in a dresser. It all works out much better. In fact, I have done some minor adjustments on the schedule, so people have 5 sleep slots, 2 downtime slots, and that's it. We might give them an extra downtime slot to be nice. We'll see. But for now, this means everyone rotates in and out as necessary, and we don't have to, and they get the full amount of sleep and their energy bars are charged for the day. And they're mildly starving all the time. But with all of that done, it's time to go for a bit of a jump. We're going to head over here. Yeah, there's a climbable ship. Let's have a quick look. We'll probably fast forward through these because we've got a decent crew. You can go over there. What are we dealing with? Oh, yeah, they have one of those things on top. How are you guys looking? You're about to go to sleep. I should have waited until they were about to get up. You know what? We'll wait until they get out of bed in the morning. And once they're out of bed, we'll send over the assault team. In the meantime, everyone else will have to take care of the flyers. We have 6 fighters that can go out to shoot down enemies. I think we're good on that front. Oh, and we should get the mining on. We're going to take everything from now on. We've got enough resources. Oh, micrometeorites. Yay! They'll probably start to fire or something, who knows. Our shields should hopefully tank most of it. Yeah, shields are holding up so far. Well, micrometeorites did no damage. These guys don't seem to be spawning. I was expecting fighters to be coming out of there. And the assault squad are just about ready to go. We have squished this over here just because we wanted to use this area over here for high-powered equipment. Everything needs to be in range of this to get the high-power treatment, so we've moved the shield generator, the scanner, and the target jammer. In fact, we can turn off the target jammer. There's no point wasting the electricity. Turns out you can turn off some of these things, and some of them are... well, they're incredible power hogs. For example, right now, the biggest thing is the thermal regulators. So our thermal regulators are taking up a lot of power drain. Depending on what kind of sector you could end up in, I would imagine the thermal regulators can go up and down. I think the last sector was 30 power you were draining. So there's a big difference between a nice sector for staying in and a really hot or really cold one. Alright, let's do what we normally do, stay at a distance and plug them. Oh, and there's a few things we're looking for here. Right now we're researching plasma weaponry just to knock that out. I'm not really looking forward to getting an enslavement facility, I don't think we need it. But we definitely need to get our hands on 1 more android corpse. And we need to get our hands on 3 of those chimp walker bots. From what I've been able to determine, they just basically have a very low drop rate. It doesn't matter what you shoot them with, you get them or you don't. Basically down to luck. And then we're going to need 1 more hauler corpse, 1 alien organs, we can find those, no problems, or extract them. 2 alien hive core remains, which you've never even seen a single one of, and evolving alien hive core remains. Yeah, we'll see how that works out. Yeah, you empty everyone out. Okay, let's maybe go a little bit this direction. Oh, there's 1. Shoot it down. Well, there's a corpse for a hamster bot. We don't care about those. Oh, I saw you. We're just going to stay back and shoot from a distance. Range is basically our best advantage. And there's a chimp bot. Everyone look this direction. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Fire, fire, fire. Just fire at will. We definitely take some hits, but I will give it, once you've got body armor and all that, there's no real technique to the fighting. From what I can tell, you just need armor, weapons, and that's it. There's no real cover mechanic or... well, I suppose you could get behind doors, but when you're fighting into an enemy Hulk, there's no real way to arrange the terrain properly. We got everything? This place should be done, right? Yep. And it is a claimable wreck, but there is nothing to claim. What are we going to do with this stuff? If we claim this, could we, move some of the stuff around, maybe? Or I claimed the ship just to see, and this here is a rogue bot fabricator, which seems to make bots. This is a rogue bot charging structure for charging them. A preservation tank, and finally the rogue bot drone bay, which is that thing that's on top that shoots at little drones. I didn't use this time. not really worthwhile. Okay, I undid the claiming. I reloaded back to save. I just wanted to see if we could do anything with those. I don't think we can. Um, ooh, Chimpbot. Okay, finally we got one of those. Like, I wonder if that's just like if there's a set drop rate or only certain ones will. Doesn't matter. You know what? We are just going to take everything we can and then we're going to get out of here. Ah, Quantronics component. Okay, so you can get Quantronic components out of the drone bays. I haven't been scrapping the drone bays. They're under whatchamacallit, infratech. So in here, I have I've stopped bothering getting infra scrap. I just didn't care about it because we were able to manufacture it so cheaply. It just wasn't worth the hassle of sticking around. The only reason I harvested here is we still had a few bits of resources to harvest, and I'm like, we may as well get the infratech while we're here. But that gives you a Quantronics component, and they're actually pretty valuable. Huh? Not even sure we can make those. Like, this is our highest end component production, and we cannot make the Quantronics. So, well, cheers for that. Time to go. Yeah, this next hook. The thing, I kind of want to hit up all the hooks in this area because, damn it, it's bugs. I was just thinking that since there seems to be bots in this area, it might be a good idea to just hit as many of the hooks here as we can, to hit up as many bots as we can, to see if we can get as many chimps so that we can finish off our research. Bugs, I don't think, are much of a threat to us. Let's just demolish through this as quickly as possible. Yeah, that was pretty much a slaughter. I think it's time we moved on to a slightly trickier part. Let's boot up the engines and get moving. I've also installed a second dropship. Reason being is it's taken too long to empty places, and I like having two dropships that can jump back and forth. I think it gives us more flexibility. Everything else in here has been cored. Now, the question is, where do we want to go? I say we go back through Lambda Tech and Talos Vader. We haven't done those two sectors. So, yeah, let's head over there, shall we? Yeah, don't care. Get us moving. Then we have to do the incredibly long jump over here. People are going to have to pop some space drugs. Hey, your fleet has suffered a hyperdrive breakdown and you need to drop out of hyperspace immediately. And there's a bunch of raw resources here. Yeah, sure. I'll take it. I presume there's going to be something else to make it even more fun, like solar flares, micrometeorites, whatever. Yeah, we'll take all your resources. All of them. And while that's mining it up, yeah, you can see the engines. And we finally got plasma weaponry. I'm gonna have to build one just to see what they're like. They're actually not that much more expensive than lasers. In fact, they're identical in cost. Ah. Downside of plasmas, though, is the plasma rifles only give you a 20% bonus to accuracy. Lasers give you 30. The cooldown on a laser is 1.05 seconds. The cooldown on a plasma is a little bit higher. Then these have higher hit damage, but you're slightly less accurate. You know, we'll give them a go. We'll equip. I think Tash is our best shooter. Yeah, 4 perception, 8 in weapons, 115% accuracy. She can take the hit, and we'll give her one of those. Even the Beer God might actually like one of those. Actually, how's his burns doing? You need to go to a hospital, buddy. Can you get that treated? He's not going, is he? No. You know what? Just go to a hospital bed. Get yourself treated right now. How long is that going to take? 1 hour. Fix it. Wow. Normally the burns take like half a day or something to fix. And strip mined. Excellent. Time to jump out of here. Nope, actually, we'll let the fighters do their thing first. Alright, charge up those jump drives. We want to get out of here before that meteor gets to us. Bye-bye. And another. You have intercepted a distress beacon. You may stop to investigate. A derelict in the military alliance. Well, I mean, we can't not drop out and have a quick look-see. Rogue bots. Hyperdrive breakdown. You find a ship with their hyperdrive blown out. The crew is hibernating in hypersleep chambers. You may choose to help them. There are missions available if you want to assist. We would like to assist them. Transfer resources. They want those 4 and kill all monsters and transfer resources. Okay, so I would like the 3 stun guns. Why not? And then they have no more shit. Yeah, I figured it would be something like that. And we still have to do this thing also. No problems, no problems. Oh, there's one thing I've been meaning to take care of for ages. We have an objective to build a point defense turret, and I've never built one. Not once. So we're going to chuck down a point defense turret right there. Go for it. Why not? At the same time, oh, I still had the jammer off. I should really turn that jammer back on again before we jump. It's just, we don't want to be charging it the moment we run into an enemy. Okay, the stars await you. We can finish the point defense, so I think it finished the tutorial off. You've completed the scenario hints and you are now ready to venture out on your own. Expand your ship, build your fleet, and gather your crew. Yeah, we already did all of that stuff. I want to see something here. I was trying to see if this ISP negative could be gotten rid of by dumping someone into a medical bed. Does not seem you can speed up the recovery from ISP. Well then, in that case, I'm afraid you were all headed over to the enemy ship anyway. We got to clear that out. We have 24 hours to clear it out for the mission. Should be fairly quick. Let's go. And I doubt it's bots. The reason I'm doubting it's bots, ah, because I immediately get proven wrong. Never mind. It's rogue bots over here. We don't have to worry about them. Yeah, you got plenty of fighters. You guys take care of it. I think they'll be grand. We've got enough people over there that they can definitely smash the bejesus at anything that shows up. Oh, yeah, we got bugs. Lots of bugs. And where'd those bots go? I think the bots... Oh, the bots are bugging these guys. Oh, they shot the engines off them. Wait, does that mean they're all going to die? No. Wait, maybe... Like, our fighters should go out and engage them, yeah? But I don't care. If they kill that other ship, we'll just raid it for parts. For now, let's take care of these guys. There was so many bugs on the ship. Actually spawned quite a few. Yeah, we're going to have to get some oxygen in a bit as well. You. I feel like there's not a lot of strategy to the combat in this. Ooh, got another Huller Corpse. It just seems to be have armor, kill everything. We need to go get some oxygen real quick. So, after a bunch of shooting, honestly, it just feels like you set up, mow them down, and then like go in and clear out the last of them. We've managed to grab this entire ship, which is worth not a lot. Well, we did get an armored vest out of it. They're actually pretty good for sales. Yeah, we'll take all of you and we'll salvage everything but the infra scrap. I mean, it's reasonably worthwhile. And I think all the bots are dead. Oh, and we got a rogue attack bot drone thing corpse and a rogue bot scout rubble. We will take both of those in because we can scrap them. You guys... I mean, you're going to have to replace that engine at some point, right? Like, once we give you your deal, are you going to, like, come out of hibernation and can we actually trade with you? Having 2 dropships makes this so much faster. It can actually bring over extra crew when they want to pop over, as opposed to the ship has to come over here and wait to drop off cargo. It just speeds things along. Excellent. And we got our reward. Yeah, we'll sell it for some money. Oh, military alliance, they're calling us. What do you guys want? 5 hull blocks for... Yeah, sure. We can just make more. We scrap a lot. Oh, wow, they actually rebuilt the engine. Madness. I didn't think they were capable. They're not really worth trading with them that much. I sold them a bunch of junk just so that they would, well, just to take all their cash. But they don't have anything we want, like ice, chemicals, or, well, a reasonable amount of energium. Now, while we did clear out the ship in record time, some people developed a few debuffs. It's been a while since I've seen that. I don't know exactly why. I think I spent too long on the ship. So I'm going to tell Beer God to take a couple of hours off and hopefully find themselves a toilet. Could you? No, never mind. I gave you the chance, man. You have the option. It is within your power. I'm going to wait until the assault team are rested up, and then we're going to jump again. That way they're ready to go first thing wherever we land. We've cleared this area out, we've stripped everything, done all our trading, we're going to continue the jump. Now, yeah. Sinatro and Strix. Oh yeah, so we got one person on one of our teams badly down. Or, well, inconvenienced. So we'll head over here first. We could go immediately take care of this derelict, but what I want to do is clear this area out first, because there's no fighting there. Then, once our people have recovered from their space sickness of traveling through hyperspace, then we can go and clear out some derelicts. One thing I've been checking out here is I've put in a second miner, and I'm comparing someone who has a mining skill of level 5 with Zid, who has a mining skill of level 8. And there's not really much of a difference. What I can see, Zid's maybe like 15% faster. So I don't think high level, like there's no exponential gain. If you have a level 5 versus a level 6, the gain is going to be marginal. So even if you've got a level 5 versus a level 10, you're still looking at not a huge gain. So it doesn't appear to be massive differences between a level 5 and a level 10. Because I don't think there's much point leveling up people up too highly. One big downside of coming here, we've already sort of cleaned out their ships. We sat over here for a bit and did some renovations, and because of that, the ships from this sector visited us, meaning they don't have anything we want anymore. I think we'll just pop over here. We'll immediately take care of that sector. Then we'll pop over to the trading station, and then we'll see what the rest of this place has to offer. Now, please give me bots. Ooh, 2 ships. We might stay a little bit away. Sometimes, oh, we've got cooties on that one. Yeah, those things are going to pop off and start heading towards us. So we need to get everyone up and about. So, all the fighters, you're all set to maximum radius. Perfect. You going to attack immediately, or what are you going to do? Aliens detected. Yeah, here they come. Well, good luck, buddies. 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. All killed. That's perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Though I think I have to get their corpses at some point. That could be inconvenient. If we keep killing them so fast their corpses can't be found. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Like, were they alien hive cores or were they evolving alien cores? I can't tell the difference. You know what? Not going to worry about it. For now, we're going to start clearing out these ships. This is bugs, so this might be bots. We'll do the bugs first because, well, bugs are easier. And rogue bots have been detected. Well, where are they? Oh, here they are. Yeah, so this is definitely bots. Yeah, we'll do the bugs first. Once we've finished with the bugs, we'll go on to the bots because you're far less likely to get injured facing the bugs. Hey, buddy. You see someone coming towards you? And this is why point defense is not necessary in my opinion. Because when you can send out this many fighters, it gangs up on them, murderizes them, and they have no hope. What happens if we tell these guys to, say, attack that? Okay, so it appears they can't actually attack the ship. Well, in that case, you guys can just go back home. You know, I was going to take out the bugs first, but these bots, they just keep replicating. So I want to get in there and stop. Whoa! Okay, 1 down. Anyone else want some? I've learned my lesson here. Stay at a distance. Shoot him. Oof. Stridix, what's going on? Open wound regressing. No problems, buddy. We got you. Jab yourself. Boom. That should be the problem solved. Open wound bandaged. Excellent. We came prepared for all this. Whoa! Still producing bots. That's gotta be a weird feeling. They're in here, and they can hear the ships overhead blasting everything in here to bits. Damn, they've got resources galore here. No wonder they were popping out ships. Secured the ship. Let's see what resources you've got. They actually do have a decent amount of scrap here. We'll take a lot of it. In fact, we're going to take everything this time around so I don't mess anything up. Take it all. Rip it apart. We're going to consume it. Then we'll go take the bugs. For this bug mission, we brought along our new plasma rifle just to see how it works out. Tash has got it equipped. I have no idea how good it is, but hopefully slow it down a little bit. Come on, everyone. Spread out just a scooch. I want to get them in a line. Thing is, those chargers, we need to stay out of their line of sight. That's an alien hive core. That's one of the things I need to get a thing of. There's probably just a low drop rate on them. You guys are going to try and come out that door, right? Can we shoot you from there? And I think that choo sound was the sound of a plasma rifle going off. Let's get over here. I think I prefer the sound of the plasma. Just purely based on that sound, I might have to upgrade everyone. That just sounds awesome. Oh. Slightly slower fire rate, much heavier hit. Yeah. Push in, push in, push in. Where the hell did he come from? He literally just appeared out of nowhere. I was waiting for him. Light it up. Once that hive core goes down, I think that's the last of their stuff. Problem solved. Let's keep moving on, clear out the rest of the ship, but I'm pretty sure that is the majority of the badness. We can quickly pick this place clean. Yeah, it's just another scrapping feature. I think we need to go to somewhere a little bit trickier. Oh, and we need to make ourselves some more plasma rifles. I love the sound of those guns. Okay, Galaxy, what else you got for us? We've got a military alliance outpost with a derelict. Yeah, we're not stopping there. I hate nebulas. They just mess with your shields. Especially if they've got asteroids in a nebula, I'm not doing it. Hell no. Perfect. What do you got? I don't see any bot spawners, so great. You don't have any cooties either. And you are a military outpost. What have you got for sale, buddy? The only thing they have we really want is plastic, because plastic is money, because we can turn the plastic into spacesuit oxygen extenders and bulletproof vests, so we will take all of that. In fact, we might just trade away a few armored vests as well, just to get the last of your credits. Oh wow, you actually have a lot more than we thought. We can even sell you some of our excess guns as well. Take a couple of stun rifles. Take 3 stun rifles. And it's a poor quality laser rifle. You can have it. We're actually we're paying a little bit more than they can give us, so that's fine. We're basically going to clean them out. Now all we got to do is clean out this little hulk. It seems kind of small. It seems to be full of bugs. Yeah, this should be pretty quick. Oop. Wow. Damn it, I forgot to bring more plasma. I've queued up the plasma, so we should definitely be able to get everyone onto plasma next round. That was so much missing. Just so much. How do you miss that much? Okay, you got those guys at least. Alright, we'll just pop around. We'll have a quick scout about, but I think we're pretty good. Oh. Yeah, poor bug. Yeah, that was never going to go well for you. Your strategic situation was untenable. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's clean it out. Alright, we scrapped everything. We've cleared out this sector. Not really much going on here. I think we're going to have to up the ante a little bit somehow. Over here, we'll pop over to this Trade Federation. Hopefully they've got some, well, stuff we want, like raw chemicals, ice, energium, that kind of thing. And energium will probably take wow, they've got a little bit of everything. We're taking all of it. Raw chemicals, ice, and energium. Yep, we want them all. What the hell is a siren world event? Siren worlds are particular planets whose strange signals mess with your minds and can cause crew members to act in strange manners. Well, great. What are you guys doing, Zid? Siren world effect. Oh, this is... What are you guys gonna do? This is not going to be great. Alright, I'm going to do some renovations while we're here until everyone recovers. Also, we are trading the bejesus out of this place. Right now, we're taking their plastic and their chemicals. We're also taking... Oh, we're also going to take all their augmentation parts. I think they had about 8 of them. We're going to grab those too. We're basically going to clean them out of everything we think might be useful and then sell them as much weapons and armor as they can handle. I have made a mistake, though. Over here. This is the sleep section, and as you can see, everyone's sleep is sleep comfort 20, 20, 20, but over here, sleep comfort -4. Reason being is it's sometimes things can travel through walls to disturb the comfort of people, so these things somehow travel through the walls and cause discomfort. So I need to move the sleep pods. I'm thinking if I move the dropship over there, maybe the dropship will have less of an impact. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Hold on when I start moving things about the place as well. While keeping an eye on our sirened people. I assume that wears off after a while. I'm just not sure how long. Okay, the Siren World event doesn't seem to stop. I think it's time we left. Yeah, it just seems to keep hitting. That means everyone's going to get worse and worse. In which case, jump time. We need to get out of this sector. Siren Worlds, they just keep going. Just leave. That's what I've learned. Just leave. Oh, and when it comes to these things over here, it turns out they have to be touching the wall. If these docks are touching the wall, that affects the beds on the other side. So I moved them over 1 tile, and now all the beds are perfect. We just had to do a little bit of a rejig of how people get in and out, and now it should be fine. But first, jump. Whew. Let us get out of here. Yeah, we're going to head over this direction to whatever, something core. We haven't explored that one yet. We'll rip it apart real quick, hopefully find some chimp bots. We're just going to drop out of hyperspace here for now. Reason being, we kind of want everyone to recover from their Siren World events. Until that wears off, I don't want to be messing with any combat. Oh, this has micrometeorites. Wonderful. Doesn't matter where you go in this universe, it just keeps trying to kill you. Okay, everyone has recovered from their Siren World nastiness. And before we jump any further, there's one thing I would like to do. And that is start upgrading everyone in their second augmentation slots. Now, there is a lot of secondary augmentations we could go with. In fact, I would first like to have a quick run through all the possible augmentations, just why I'm going with the ones I'm going with and why I'm avoiding certain ones. For example, you can only get 2 augmentations, but you could get one that gives a learning boost of 25%, which is great until they max out their learning, at which point it's kind of useless. And we've only got 2 slots here, so I figure this one's just sort of a waste. Great on a new crew member, maybe swap it out later, but that seems like a lot of effort. Then you got synthetic platelets, which basically increases recovery by 33%. We don't care. People heal in about a day in a hospital bed, so now they heal in 2/3 of a day? I mean, it's just not worth the augmentation slot, sorry. Then we've got the cerebellar halo. Working speed 15%. A 15% increase in working speed. That sounds wonderful if this was, say, RimWorld, but let's just say you want to build a laser rifle, a plasma rifle, one of those things. You know how long it takes? About an hour in the game. Like, there's 24 hours in a day. You can build a laser rifle, plasma, whatever you want. You can build things super quickly. Maybe it'll help with processing scrap, but you're not in a hurry to process scrap that quickly or to make... Like, that increase in speed is really pointless if it never takes more than a few minutes to do any processing, so I don't really see the need to get it. Now, cerebral cap is actually kind of interesting. Minus 12% accents. We'll come back to that one because I think that would combine better with something else, but that one's actually interesting but not really that useful. Prefrontal microcontroller increases a specific skill potential level by 1. Now, I don't know if this applies to all of their skill levels or just a specific one. It seems to say specific 1, but I haven't tested it. But if we could increase someone's weapons by 1, maybe they could have 5 instead of 4, and they'd be able to carry a laser rifle or something. It has niche cases, but I would consider this a pretty weak sauce addition, especially for anything that isn't shooting. Having someone be a little bit faster researcher or a little bit faster mining seems to do bugger all. Like the gains from this seem just so minuscule, it's not worth it. For anything outside, upping someone from level 2 to level 3 weapons or from level 4 to level 5 weapons, just hit certain breakpoints. Subcutaneous nanoweave basically increases someone's health by 20. I mean, only good in combat, only good if they take health damage. What's going to actually knock people out more often than not is they're going to take enough damage to surrender if they're facing against humans. And if they're facing bugs or bots, they're going to take enough damage that it reduces their stamina and they simply pass out from lack of stamina. Which brings us to intermuscular mesh, which I would consider a very powerful contender. Energy plus 20. Let's take Tash here. They have an energy level of 51 currently. They have a base of 80, and then that can be modified by whether they're asleep, how well rested they are, how well fed, all that stuff. But when they get injured, when they get hungry, when all that stuff happens, it basically gives them a negative to their energy. Once their energy bar goes to 0, they basically pass out. If you get shot by a stun weapon, you will notice stun weapons have very minuscule amounts of damage. A stun rifle here only does 7.9 damage, but you don't see the damage it does to your stamina. When you get the electric jolt from the stun gun, it actually reduces the stamina of the target until this target eventually falls over. Which means if your people are low on energy when they get into a fight, a stun gun might actually be more deadly to them than an actual gun, because the gun will do damage to their physical strength and a little bit of damage to their energy, where a stun gun will blast their energy levels into the floor. And that takes us to the original 3 you gain access to pretty much the moment you gain the surgical enhancement facility. This is the implanted rebreather. Reduces oxygen consumption by 50%. Basically, you can survive in spacesuits for 50% longer, I believe. I haven't actually tested that. Maybe they haven't tweaked the numbers on that one. But at best, we're looking at longer time in spacesuits before we need oxygen and less consumption of water to make oxygen. Both of those things are pretty cheap. I mean, it's decent. It's just, I'd be looking for something stronger. Then you get the ocular implant. This thing is basically a shoe-in. There's no point not to get it. 15% accuracy just means every single gun is better. There's just no reason not to get this on literally everyone if they're ever going to be involved in combat, or potentially involved in combat, which is everyone. So yes, accuracy is pretty much the number one. And then synthetic stomach lining. This one's interesting. It basically gets rid of cannibalism as a problem. You can eat humans, meat, spoiled food. You don't get nausea anymore. These are all actually semi-useful, but not for the reasons you'd think. For example, you can eat monster meat now, which normally has toxins in it. But the problem is you can't find a sustainable source of monster meat. You can't grow it. You can't farm it. So basically, you can find meat lying about the place and then use it in your food. But then if you run out, you'll have to rejig all of your nutritional settings again. It's just not worth it. I don't see a reason for that. However, every time you eat this algae stuff, it gives you 5 toxins, which is a problem long term. Anyway, living on algae is also a problem because it gives you, deficiencies in vitamins, protein, like everything. Protein, carb, fat, and vitamin deficiencies all up your accident rate. So the reason why, there's a lot of people who complain that when they have prisoners, the prisoners keep setting fire to the algae machine. That's because the prisoners eat the algae, get vitamin deficiencies, well, all the deficiencies, which massively ups their chances of causing an accident. So every time they keep using the algae machine, which they will use at least twice a day, they have a about 5 or 6% chance of causing an accident, and it just keeps compounding, which starts fires, which is why you have problems with prisoners setting fires to things. It's also why if you're running entirely on algae for your crew, they're also going to run into problems. What you could do is implant the synthetic stomachs in everyone, and that gets rid of the poison effects or the toxins, so they can ignore the toxins from the algae. Pretty sure that works. If it nullifies the toxins from everything else, it should work on the algae foods. Then, since you don't have to worry about the toxin buildup, you can feed your people entirely on algae forever and ever and ever. The problem you'll face is accidents. Okay, decreased accuracy, their learning will go down by 50%, actually 60%. Their accuracy will be decreased by about 25 or 21% decrease in accuracy, 60% learning decrease, 36% recovery decrease, and minus 20 mood, which, all bad. But you give them that, and you give them the cerebral cap. This decreases their accident percentage chance by 12%. That means they won't have accidents anymore. They'll basically be walking around like zombies. They'll be a little bit unhappy. You'll have to fix them up in other ways. But they should, in theory, be able to run like a massive crew living entirely off algae. It'd be a great way to not have to worry about chemicals, fertilizer. All you have to worry about is oxygen to feed your crew. That would be an interesting way to play. Though the accuracy debuff and the learning debuff and all that stuff would be brutal, so long as you slow played it and you'd be fine. And you could slow play it, so long as you were good with your energy, but lots of solar. Lots of solar and those two implants, and I think you could do well. But not us. We're going with the intramuscular mesh. Energy plus 20 means people just have more stamina pool to draw on, which means people can stay out longer when we're on raids, and if they get hit by stun guns or they get shot and injured, they're more likely not to go down. They're more likely to stay up and keep fighting, which is what we want. So, what we're going to do is we're going to everyone here, and we're going to give you intramuscular mesh. Excellent. And then we're just going to copy and paste that to the first 8 members of the team. You see, the remaining members don't get anything until they get blooded. Welcome. You are now augmented. Wait, does this mean we start becoming part of the Android collective if we start putting augments into everyone? So it turns out the operations do result in post-surgery fatigue, and it does result in some of them being unable to work. So they can't work for the first while, and then they'll probably spend a day where they can't work, and then between 3 to 5 or 3 to 4 days where they can work, but they have reduced energy levels. So there's a bit of negative to this. So I'm going to finish the operations, get everyone a little bit of hospital time. In fact, we might put in a little bit more hospital beds. I think we need a few more. In fact, these things are pretty good, and they're pretty small. So how about we check in a few over here? After dumping everyone into these hospital beds, I have discovered a bit of a negative to doing that. Basically, everyone's got this uncomfortable sleep. It's gone down a bit now, but it effectively lasted over 3 days on some people. And what it does is it increases their accident rate, decreases their work speed, decreases their recovery, and decreases their mood. Everyone's mood here is normally, like, say, recruit 4, 5, 6, like these recruits down here, about the 80s. Normally, their overall mood is somewhere about the 80s. These guys have all dipped down into the 50s and 60s. That's bad. So it seems putting people in areas where it's not good to have hospitals and things like that seems like it's not great for them. Like, this has perfect work comfort, but I think the problem is medical beds are, like, bad for sleep? Huh. I think before we go, we'll just, we'll install a quick hospital just for future safety reasons. Well, that means we're probably going to want to chuck in a new engine as well. We're getting close to our limit on weight. I'll just chuck it in now, just to make sure that the ship looks finished. There it is. Fits in perfectly. And this over here, I don't know if we're ever going to use it, but it is a cargo hauler. We'll probably figure out some way to use it. Just not today. This here is our new medical wing. It is, that's a pain in the butt. The problem is trying to fit everything into this area, a 7x7, doesn't work out too evenly, which is why we have this weird corridor down the middle. But we have made it so that all of the beds are faced up against these walls, because if we pull up, say, sleep comfort, you can see that this tile here has the pod hanger overhang. These pods, they bleed into the next tile. They don't bleed into the tile over. So long as they're in the bed, they'll be fine. And if we do the same thing on the other side, it doesn't matter, because these beds are also, or these medical beds are one away. I figure 4 medical beds should cover all of our needs. How's everyone doing? You guys are just having brekkie? Excellent. I've actually increased all of their downtime to 3 slots. I mean, why not? I was seeing some people having issues with not getting enough downtime, and ooh, you know what? Let's turn this on. Where are we going? Yeah, we're going the long route, so we might get intercepted. I'm just going to turn on the jammers for now and hope we get attacked. All right, let's jump. We're going all the way. What we're really looking for here is chimp bots. We want to get our hands on some chimp bots so that we can finally get hypersleep knocked out. Ooh, a derelict, exotic ore, ice, energy. Yeah, we'll take it all. Why not? Like, I'm a loot goblin. I can't help it. I'll just stop for everything. We're going to go one tile away. That just gives us a chance to get our ships out. Yeah, incoming rogue bots, if there's rogue bots. I'm not seeing any on ores. Here we go. Yep, they definitely have rogue bots over there. Doesn't matter. We're going to get the team together. All of you, get aboard. Wait. Who's the furthest away? Ah, damn it, you're miles away. We have a full plasma loadout, and we're going in hot. Let's go. Oh, and we might want to mine these areas. Yeah, we'll take the lot. Ooh, forgot about these guys. Yeah, no, we'll take them too. We are swimming in resources right now. I would just like to point out 61 energium, which doubles to become energy rods. So that's 120 energy rods and change. We have 93 ice. Each one of the ice becomes 5 water. Then we have 30 raw chemicals. And bear in mind, we did a little bit of an exploit to get our hands on, I think it was 4 or 5 raw chemicals. Probably less because we actually had to spend some research to get the flamethrowers and whatever, and actually build them. But we've still come up with more raw chemicals, so we're still going up. We've also bought a bunch of chemicals. We've bought plastic. We're just swimming in resources. We need to. I don't know exactly what we need to do, but it needs to involve a lot of killing. That plasma just makes such a deliciously chunky noise. Okay, so 2 hits to kill them. Got it. Oh man, those things just have so much more punch. Oh, we got a chimp bot. 3 shots for a chimp bot. Alright, got it. He did not leave a corpse behind, unfortunately. Right, ship clear. Let's scrap this sucker. Area cleared, resources harvested, picked clean to the bone. Like, there's nothing left anymore. We are the swarm of locusts. 3 people get a bit of sickness. What do you got for us? Find location of Pirate Coalition hideout. That could be fun. I think that's where we just came from? I don't really care. The rewards are too weak sauce, so no thank you. I'm good. Alright, let's start raiding wrecks. What we're looking for here is chimp bots. Chimp bots, and more chimp bots. 3? There's 3 wrecks. Frickin' Christmas. Alright, let's drop in. Have a quick look, see what do we got. I'm not seeing any cooties or any spawners. None here either. And finally, no spawners at all. They do have high thermal radiation in sector, so we'll draw more power and things may start to overheat if we're not careful. We'll worry about that in a minute. Wreck number 1, what do you got? Wait a minute. I sort of vaguely remember a very similar wreck. Are they reusing wrecks? I think they are. I suppose you got a limited number of them. You can only spawn them a certain way. Yeah, I remember this very vaguely, but I remember it. Oh, yes. We actually managed to kill one of the chargers before it got to us. Took 3 shots. We have a potential new recruit. Yeah, I'm just loving the plasma. I know they're not quite as accurate, but that 10% loss is more than made up for by the stopping power. It's just the amount of times they one-tap something as opposed to other times where you have to double-tap. It just saves you 50% of your firepower. Okay, sometimes they get a little bit closer than we'd like. You guys just pull back a little bit. Crack open that door. And let's see what we got to work with here. Hey, Alphonse. You have weapons and piloting. Pretty much nothing else you have matters after that. And we would like higher perception, of course, for accuracy and all those things, but I think it's with enough training they can become good enough. And they've got industry and construction. Yeah, we're good. Welcome aboard, buddy. We'd give you a gun, but you'll get one later. All right, let's explore. I am sure I've explored a ship identical to this. Okay, ship explored. That was pretty handy. I think we might just evacuate. We can take care of the rest later. You guys, how you doing? You got enough energy? You got enough mood? You're close enough into your day? Let's just send you all home. Yeah, let's go. In fact, let's send you on to the next raid. Alphonse can stay behind. Everyone else can get on the ship, and we'll call over another ship for Alphonse. So while we send we send the quad squad over here to go on to the next target, we'll get Alphonse to leave this area. And this ship is much smaller, and it's more bugs. Well, doom, doom, doom. Eat plasma. Okay, 2 down. You guys got enough energy left in you? You'll probably be fine, right? Okay, we're going to send them on one last mission before we let them take a break. That's, actually, we'll send you over here. This is 3 missions in a row. They are absolute savages. Okay, don't be bots. Oh, it's bots. You can tell because of that junk on the ground. Damn. Okay, there's got to be a chimp bot around here somewhere. And make our way further in or make our way further around. Oh my god, this is a big one. Chimp bot. Kill him. Seriously, did he just like stroll through there going, up? I'm just going to ignore all the firepower. Done. Okay. That's probably most of their main damage dealers. We'll just have a quick scout through, but I think we're clear. Oh, wow. There's an egg in there. And there's goo. Well, at least we tried. Let's keep searching. That was incredibly quick. Ooh. Let's see if we've got someone else. You know what? You guys come with me. Want to make sure, like, I haven't seen any of them be hostile yet, but if they're hostile, I want to be ready to shoot them in the face. Okay, DACC. You have weapons of 3. Ooh, I have bad news for you. Sorry. I mean, your piloting skills is great, but weapons of 3 is just too terrible. I mean, you got botanical and medical. You know what? We're going to relax our stance, and we're going to let him on as a shotgunner. Why not? We're almost fully crewed up. I think we're just shy 1 more person. You can actually see this stuff sort of rotting away. Like, once you destroy some of the buildings, that all goes away. I think we've almost hit full cap. I need to start renaming some of these recruits, because just giving them numbers is making it even more confusing. These teams need names. We've got Team 1 and Team 2. Team 2 are more the support team right now. They've definitely been given the full stretch of gear, but the fact that they've got a couple of shotgunners, I think we're going to make a specific team of people who have below plasma rifle level skills. And we'll put them at the... Oh, yeah, they could be definitely the pilot squad. With the new recruits on board, I've decided to make some changes and organize things a bit more succinctly. The plan here was to have 4 people on all of the schedules, so 4, 8, 12, 16 people. And then we would split them up into their different tasks. The first 4, of course, are the quad squad. They go in and assault derelicts. But then I thought what I'd do is I'd get all of the lower skilled shooters, all the people who can't hold a laser or plasma rifle. So basically, the new recruit 10, recruit 4, Sinatro, and Town Poem, and we've moved them down to the level 4 area because they're all the low weapon skill people. And all of them, we're going to change their loadout. Now they're all going to be equipped with stun rifles. So they're going to be the stun team. They'll have stun rifles, stun pistols. Their job is just to stun stuff that shows up on the ship. And they'll be left behind for most of that stuff. And as well as that, every single one of them is a pilot. So if they're on the ship and we need to defend it, they can hop into the fighters and go out and start blapping things. All the other recruits, every single one of them has a weapon skill of 5 or higher, or the capacity for it. But problem is, they've all got weird names. Like, Recruit 5 here is to Recruit 5. No, that's all gotta go. So, new names for you, sir. This is now David Wick, and they're getting a yellow shirt. Now, the reason I'm giving them a yellow shirt is their primary is construction, and I figure yellow construction hats, a high-vis vest, maybe? You know, it kind of works, right? Also, maybe make sure they have a 2 in their name. That would help. Recruit number 6. It's Christopher It's Snuffer, Snuffer, but yeah, that's not gonna fit. Not if you want to fit in the 2 as well. They are also getting a yellow shirt because their primary is construction. I should probably give them different pants just to tell them apart. You know what, Christopher? You can have blue pants. There you go. Perfect. Now we can tell them much more easily apart. Well, not in the names. That brings us down to Team 3. Now, recruit 7, 8, and 4 also need names because every single one of those has had a chance to fight against bots. 9 and 10 are not getting their names just yet. They gotta at least fight some bots before they're gonna get anything. This here is Krill. Their t-shirt color is blue because their primary is industry. So, blue collar. That's the best I got, okay? That confident minus 10% surrender is not actually that bad. What did David have? So David's got smart, increased surrender chance, but higher learning potential. And Christopher is peace-loving. Ugh. Yeah, I might retire some people. No. They're named now. No retirement options for them. Hey, then we've got someone with iron stomach. That will help when we run the algae phase. Please welcome Pimin.
We're going to be talking about the PIMAMI arpeggio pattern.
You know what? PMI. That's it. PMI is the name. I'm not trying any harder. It's just ridiculous. And finally for today we have Benjamin Wakely. They've been given the green jersey because they're the best at botany. They have a botany max out of 9, which is kind of crazy. They're a little bit needy, but that's okay. Weapons of 3, and we're currently equipping them up where they're going to be grabbing themselves one of those stun rifles. Now, we just need to make a few changes before we go on, and that is augmentation slots for Christopher and David. They have not had their augmentations applied. So we're going to give you ocular and intermuscular mesh, the same as everyone else. Zid and Yuan also have it, and Tan Poem and Sinatro. But none of, the entire 3 team and half of the 4 team are still a little bit shy. We're going to see if we can't buy a few more of those as we go along. Anyway, I think I'm just going to clear out the last of this map off screen because, well, there's nothing really much to do here. If anything interesting happens, I'll point it out, but by and large, I think we're just going to rock up, slaughter everything, take their stuff, and move on. Oh, and also, since everyone has been doing such good jobs, what I'm going to do is give them a little bit of a bonus. So we're going to install 3 extra beds in here, just to get ourselves a little bit more crops going on. Then we're going to plant more spuds in these next 3 beds, and we're just going to wait until that crop grows. Now with these extra potato beds, what we can do is go over here and change our settings. And we can put our root vegetables to the same as the fruit. So now we've just got that little bit of extra meal prep in there, and this should cut out the starvation. People were getting, well, they were a little bit squeamish about us starving our dupes just a little bit. So this way, it costs us a little bit more resources, and everyone has to eat a little bit more every day, but at the same time, we're still eating 1 meal, and they will last longer now before they go into starvation mode, so they'll be a little bit happier for a longer period of the day. Probably have a little bit more energy too, so I think this works out. It was just a collection of random derelicts. It was low-grade difficulty. The problem was I think we've gone sort of back a bit. This year was probably the strongest difficulty we've faced, and I think the further you go right, the harder it gets. However, Pirate Coalition system right up here. I thought we'd go and say hello. We have lots of good weapons, and I'd like to get into ship-to-ship combat. We'll have to hang out for a day when we get there, though everyone's going to be a little bit sick. Ooh, actually, let's see what we got. Scanners detect the following. A derelict. It would be rude not to check it out. Let's have a quick look-see. And what I like to do is position myself 1 tile away. That gives our ships time to deploy if they've got any of those fighters attached to it, which they do not appear to have. All right, let's see how the team is doing. Oh, I have installed everyone now with ocular implants. I figure, why not? We've got the ability to do it, and we can install it now, and they can get over their surgery sickness. Now, I am hopeful that this place will be a little bit more... Ooh, no, it's just bugs. I was really hoping to be a little bit more dangerous than the last few places. Slaughter? Yes, please. Now, let's see if you've even got any of those chargers in here. Ooh. Kill him. You guys can shoot him from there, that'd be great. That's the second time we've killed one of those chargers without it ever getting in range to shoot at us. I'm going to call that a win. Well, this was not great. Really expecting more damage. You know what, let's just go find the pirates. Though I do have to admit, our scrapping abilities have improved, exponentially pretty close. We've also we've got 2 builders, 2 miners. We just strip things. We just cut them down to the component pieces and rip them out of there as fast as we can. Okay, we're just gonna continue on. Hopefully we'll get some more random... yes. Fleet passing by. Merchant Federation. Add a bunch of raw ores and raw chemicals. Oh, come on. You can't not. I would almost like to just bounce back and forth between 2 areas just so that we could grab all of the things that are in there. It seems to be so profitable. All right, we'll deploy one step away from the civilian derelict and incoming rogue bots. Yeah, to be expected. Always so many rogue bots about. But then the Babylon 5 music kicks in and it's just, yeah, nope, you're not running away, buddy. We have more fighters than you have, and by a large margin. What are you guys doing attacking meteors? Only two of you should be up for attacking meteors. I think they've got a little bit antsy in their pants there. Once they get deployed, it's hard to call them back in. All right, you filthy bots. Please tell me that they have a chimp bot. We're only short one chimp bot, and we can finally get up to rogue bot architecture, which allows us to get the hypersleep tanks. We could use hypersleep chambers, but they're the low-tech option. We want to go with the hypersleep tank because they're smaller, cooler, and just generally all around more awesome. Yeah, this is Star Wars, and we're going to win, buddy. Let's go. Where are you? There you are. And they're gone again. I know there's a like, there he is. I can see that guy. You know what? Done. Okay. I think that's pretty much the entire place cleared. Let's just have a quick wander around. Yeah, we're done. Unfortunately, no chimp husk was found, so we'll just have to dismantle the whole thing. Looks like the local military alliance want to offer us a mission. Basically find the pirate headquarters. Find the pirate coalition hideout. Well, that was sort of the plan, so we'll take your Energeum, I suppose. I mean, if you accept the missions, the following reactions will react negatively. Well, they were going to react negatively what we were planning on doing anyway, so I'm not too worried. Time being, we're just strip mining this area. We've got 2 miners on it. They should have it done in no time. And we've even upgraded to 2 ore processors, just to try and keep up with demand. Minor little bit of a move things about. It's amazing that you have to, like, I like the idea that you have to keep everything inside a high power node. And then the high power node requires you to use system points, and system points are limited, so you want to try and compound everything. They're trying to make it like it feels like almost a base builder, but you're forced to build on a platform, and they want to try and make you think about where every square should go. Though I think we've kind of got to the point now where we don't care so much. Let's continue our jump onwards. Okay, the plan, very simple. We're going to stop here, recover before we go on to anywhere else. Namely, we want to wait until all the drugs wear off from our jumps, just to make sure everyone's nice and happy. Unless, of course, it's a siren world, or there's micrometeorites, or there's something that's going to mess us up, in which case we'll jump out pretty much as soon as we can. It's time to go recruit some pirates to join our side, and find the pirate base at the same time. And you've got some ice, which we will take. Is that a pirate ship? Pirate ship heading our direction. You know what? We shall wait for the pirate ship to arrive, and then we shall punch that pirate ship in the face. Alright, the pirates are about to land in. I'm thinking... fighters, load up. No. They have so many of those things. The jammer is on, has been for a while. We'll make sure that people get on those. We're going to make sure the shields are a red alert situation. What's the operation? You know what? Don't care. We want to get all of our fighters. We want to limit the size and scope of the area you attack. We want to put them over here. The reason we want to do that is we want them to bulk up, bunch up first. We don't want to send them in one at a time against his point defense. That's just how you end up at hurt ships. Guys, you're embarrassing me here. I told you what we're trying to do, and you guys are just not doing it. Like, okay, how about if you go over here? Would that change your opinion? Cool. Once we have about 5 of you launched, we'll send you all in. There we go. Okay, all of you, attack that point defense. Once the point defense is down, which hopefully... Wow. That thing could take a pounding. Or is that just the shielding holding up? I can't see their shielding. Oh, actually, they do have 2 shielding modules. Their shields are down. And point defense will follow shortly afterwards. Okay. In that case, let's get on with the fun. You, kill those turrets over there. I mean, that is incredibly effective. Like, I am really, like, this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. Lots of fighters. We just put the jammer on. They can't shoot us, and then we swarm them. We just overload their point defense with the sheer quantity of fighters. And then once we've killed all their guns and taken out their engines, they are pretty much sitting ducks. Actually, take out their engines now while we're here. Don't want them trying to make a run for it. Now, the question is, are they going to ask us to surrender? Which would be hilarious. Yeah, I think that's one engine down. As well as that, when you blow up stuff on their ship, they somehow seem to magically generate the resources necessary to, well, replace it, and then put them on the subots. So you can generate more resources by blowing up their stuff, so they're forced to replace it. We'll put you right about there and let you off. I'm waiting for a dropship to try and leave. Not seeing one yet, though. And I think we're done. Yeah. Guys, you can return home. There's nothing left to shoot. You've literally destroyed all of their offensive capabilities. You've destroyed their ability to run away. Yeah. Let's send over some dropships and get some new recruits. Ooh, 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 ooh. Here comes their ships. Okay. Okay. Everyone on board who's not on a fighter. I'm going to have to call you into the hall. Now, everyone who is in a fighter should probably automatically target them. Yeah, I don't think you can kill them fast enough. I think they tried, but it didn't work. And actually, they're not attacking those bots over there. Nope, I'm going to want all of you guys to line up where you need to be. We're also going to lock the doors here. This is locked. You are locked. They can kind of hide over this section, but we don't mind so much. Locked as well. That means they got to get past all of these guys. Then what we're going to do is we're going to switch him over to charge rifle or to pistols. We basically don't want to waste potential recruits here. You guys need to all get behind cover. And then we need to make sure all of them are switched over to stun weaponry. Oop, oop, oop. They killed one of the ships. That one's going to dock, but that's okay. Is C the crouch key? Please tell me C is the crouch key. No, that's the actual looking in a direction key. What I need to do... there needs to be a crouch key somewhere. Okay. We've got everyone... That is just beautiful, though. I love the picture of all of them just blasting the bejesus chip. You guys are all set to look this direction, correct? Yeah, you are. Yeah, the stunners don't do nearly as much damage as you would like. Dear God. Alright, that guy who's charging up, he needs to get got. Okay. That's 3 of them collapsed. That guy's trying to get into a corner, but... yeah, there's no good way this ends for you, buddy. And now the ship is under our control again. Okay, which one of you can we talk to surrender? Take as prisoner? Yep, we'll take the lot. We've been looking for some new recruits, and you guys just happened to wander along. I forgot to turn off the fighters, so I've turned it off. Now the fighters should dock again. Sorry about that, guys. Probably kept you out there a bit long. We've turned off the prioritization of shields, and these guys should all eventually get up and stumble their way over to the prison area over here. Welcome to new management, I should say. After securing our prisoners, we have cleared out this wreck because it was right here, and we've managed to secure another chimp Hulk, whatever thingy what's it for the research. Which means we now can knock out chimp walker bots, which will give us rogue bot architecture. That take quantronic components, we got loads of those. And then that'll give us hypersleep tanks, which, well, would replace hypersleep chambers if we ever built them. But now we can go through hyperspace without having to do all those drugs and deal with the side effects. And I should probably send over a team to take care of these. The A team are currently feeling a little bit burned. You know what? We'll send over Team 2. Yeah, Team 2 can wake up and get their shot at glory. They've got all the same augments and abilities. They should be able to kick their arses. I've been having a look through our potential new recruits. Turrets, weapons that, well past 5, and they've got piloting skill. Lady Rogue, weapons that go well past 5, and piloting skill. We don't really care about any of the other stuff, to be honest. Frank here, unfortunately, weapons 2, so fertilizer for them. That leaves Shuriki, whatever. They've got weapons that go past 5 and piloting as well. So, yeah, we'll take them all. They're talkative. This one is lazy, and Lady Rogue is iron-willed, which means they'll take a while to recruit. We're just going to let them hang out in here for a while until they're a little bit happier, and once they're happier, we'll start recruiting them. And it's time to get the Team 2 to head over. 1 second. Okay, pirates. Let's see what you got. Now, our team... Okay. They definitely do not like your bots. Oh my god. Smash the doors open. Yeah. Is this the only thing keeping this ship active is the bots because we've killed everyone else or captured everyone else? Okay, let's move carefully. We'll check out the rear of the ship first. Oh my god. Yeah, we kind of smashed up those engines. Oh, we got a live one. Uh, you look to be armed with a pistol. In that case, let's return the favor. Everyone switch to stun weaponry. They might be worthwhile. I'm not saying they are. They might. In which case, everyone back here quick. Get some cover. You know what, just run out there and start shooting at the guy. Oh, I think they like to shoot them even when they're down, just to make sure they're fully stunned. Yeah, they're just making 100% sure. Okay, now that he's a prisoner, they're like, okay, it's okay. We don't have to shoot him anymore. I don't know if that's a bug or just a feature. Guys, you literally imprisoned him. I I mean, yes, I get it, but you know, you're abusing prisoners at this point. Oh, how's that guy? We'll take you as prisoner too. They have oxygen. What are they worried about? Oh wait, we can actually check what their stats are now. Well, that saves us. Alright, so you go up to 4 weapons and you go up to 3 weapons. In that case, well, I suppose we don't need either of you then. Oh, here's what I mean. This is where the weapons were on top of the ship, and now they've been replaced with a whole bunch of items that we can now harvest. So trashing a ship from the outside and before you board it, actually a good idea sometimes if you want resources, especially on this difficulty, because when you dismantle things, you don't get it all. You just get scrap back no matter what you do. But this is the only way I found that you can actually get more than scrap back by, well, blowing the stuff up and they replace it with the good things. Oh, there's one of them. Now, William, are you worth capturing? Oh, actually, we have to imprison you first. Okay, fine. We'll imprison you and decide if you're worth capturing. Oh, he only has 3 weapon skill. More frickin' compost. Okay, fine. Let's just scrap this ship and get out of here. Oh, bugger. A ship just arrived. Max out shields. Max out fighters. Scramble, scramble, scramble. Same as before. Someone needs to get on that jammer immediately. No more education. Muppets. What I need to do is grab the fighters and deploy them well over here. No, 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 no. No, no, don't deploy that direction, you muppet. And now you've lost half your hit points because you're an idiot. How does that make you feel? God. Fine. We're gonna go in and take out that turret. And once that's down, you have lost all your offensive capabilities. Then we're gonna wipe out this. Oh, and I need to stop over here. Yeah, there's no point. Stop scrapping the whole ship. Return home. Just get out of there. We're done with it. Okay, both engines are gone. You're going nowhere. Then we chew down their guns. This is actually turning out to be quite handy. When they dropped out, I thought, oh, we've got people on other ships. We're busy scrapping and doing all sorts of things. This is going to be a mess. Instead, turned out to be an absolute slaughter. Excellent. I think I'm starting to get the hang of the aiming reticule. Or maybe not. Like, I've put it over that turret, but it killed the one beside it first. You know what? Never mind. I want you to kill the scanner as well. In fact, let's just kill everything they've got on this ship. Okay. I think they have been thoroughly smacked about the place. We'll let them do their thing. Oh, free smoke. Will that fighter just continue to give off smoke forever? Meaning that this thing can just constantly pull smoke forever. I mean, it's a curiosity of mine. Oh. What do you guys want to try and land on this ship? Oh, guys. Um, this is not optimal. I had forgotten I left them here. That is, sorry, David. Yeah, I think that guy's bone. Just switch to the pistol. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, sorry, David. Someone will be over to pick you up very shortly, I swear. Oh, damn it. I think someone repaired the ship. My bad. Okay, for this ship, we're gonna blood the rest of our crew. We've got Krill, Pamini, 3 recruit 9. Recruit 9, I should say. Benjamin over here, 4 recruit 10, Sinatro and Tanpome. All of these are going in. And Yink, get in there. So it's going to be Team 4 who go in first, and they're going to be boarding an enemy ship in basically an awkward scenario where the enemy waiting for them is going to outnumber them quite substantially. Now, you need to get in there now. Spread out. Yeah, at least we're catching out all the little bots early on. Okay, who started firing plasma? It sounds cool. Keep it up. Oh, there's someone over there. Okay, that's enough plasma. We're going to switch everyone over to stun weapons. Your job, subdue the entire crew. Capture them for the glory of the Empire. Okay, hit that guy now. Dear God, that was just a hail of stun. That's 2 of them down. Clear the rest of the ship. Don't open the rear. Yeah, don't open the rear. The rear is where the engines are, and the engines are not good right now. No, don't shoot him. I want you to capture them. Never mind, we have to actually... There's more left on the ship, otherwise they would already be downed. Nope, there he is. See him at the corner. Hey, Rita. How you doing? Okay, so we got Rita down as well. They've got to have more on here somewhere. I'm going to start heading towards the control room. No, there's Tarjan. Tarjan's got a rifle. Let's gain a little bit of distance. Normally, range advantage is good in this. Okay. Hit him a few more times. Make sure he doesn't get back up again. Yeah, that's good. Very good. And there's another one. Oh, and someone decided to pop their face out of the control room. And now they're a pinata. Okay, I think we got most of them. Anyone left? No. Oof. We've got some downed as well. Sinatro, how you looking? Stunned. Can you actually... Nope. Can't use that on yourself. I would like you... Here we go. Use secondary item combat syringe. Oh, yeah, there we go. Wait, are you surrendered? You pansy. We outnumber them. Oh, no, sorry, that was someone else's surrender. Yeah, no, there's still someone left alive somewhere. Oh, here we go, finally. We give up. Please accept a ceasefire. No. Decline. Take them all prisoners and leave the ship derelict. Okay, you all finally get names. You have proven your worth. So it turns out only 1 of all of the pirates on this ship were actually decent shooting. All the rest had lower than 5. So we're composting a lot of those and we're keeping 1 prisoner, Tarjan. They were the only one. They had weapons of 6. So, yeah, great. And they can pilot. So we've got 1 extra prisoner for all of that effort. Guys, why are you leaving the 1 prisoner we want behind? I can't figure out an easy way of getting these guys off the ship. So what I normally have to do is I get someone to manually pick them up and then, well, manually drop them off. Aha! Hypersleep tanks, finally done. Of all the research that left, we don't really care about that one. We don't care about the enslavement facility. Those boosters, we don't care. Alien enzyme, don't actually care about that one either. But advanced nutrition, I suppose, would be mildly useful. Increases the growth rate of our plants. We would need to get these alien hive cores. We'll worry about those later. For now, we've done mostly what we've set out to do. I think it might be time to actually add on a second ship. Or no, we're going to add in the hypersleep chambers and then maybe a few more fighters. We might go up to 5 people per shift So we'd have 4 shifts of 5, as in 20 people, or we could have 4 shifts of 6. You know what? Worry about that next time. I'm miles over. I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck.
We'll meet again. We'll love again. Under the sky. Under the rain. We'll fly.